Okay, welcome. And I have a question from Crystal, and Crystal is asking whether or not this is for a specific program that I do. And the answer is yes. All these people who are on these webinars, or usually are on the webinars today, there's people who are out. Oh, Tony is here. Good. Tony, welcome.
Thank you, Fred.
And this is somebody just asked a question, Tony. So I'm responding to the question, which is who's on these? And these are people that are part of my JV partner program, which means that I'm working with them together in a partnership to help them build our information products business that they and I are involved in. So these are the information partners. And Tony, since you're here, and I don't see any other JV partners on at the moment, let's do a little bit of talking. First off, how was your trip back to Canada? How's the vehicle working?
Oh, it was a crazy trip, Fred. I finally got here in one piece.
Yeah, well, that's good. And is the vehicle working?
Yeah, everything's fine, Fred. Thanks for asking. It actually feels like it worked better than before.
Well, gosh, I would hope so after all that money.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Tony, here's what we're going to do. Since no one else, none of the other JV partners are on, that means you and I have a chance to just sort of figure out your specifics, and let's talk about that for a little while. First off, I know you've been sort of crazy since you got back. Have you had a chance to do any of the stuff that we sort of put on the list before you left?
No, but I've actually started gathering the information, and I'll get it more succinct in probably the next 24 to 48 hours, just to put together like individual coaching and group coaching bullets, as I remember that you wanted me to do.
Good. And by the way, my condolences on the Croatia game with Mexico.
Oh, that was painful, but it's been like that all World Cup.
Okay, so you know what? Let's talk then a little bit about what we have to do. What are the? Do you have the list that I gave you of the things that you had to do?
Yes, I do, right in front of me, sir.
Okay, cool. Let's sort of go through those then. So what were they?
Well, we were looking at trying to my just looking at some signups for merchant accounts, looking at the uh, setting up the social media aspects of Travel Dragon and Travel Scrooge and all that, and also the kdp.amazon.com. So looking at that for a traffic driver, I believe you're saying, and sign up for that, and then the goo.gl,
Yeah.
obviously the marking codes, and get to know that. And then also you told me about get titles for the first 5 products that, so we look at trying to use this as I guess a product source starter, I guess. So I just wrote some titles,
Let's
how to
let's
get 2 free nights at a luxury hotel anywhere in the world, da 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 type of deals.
okay. So let's go. How to get two oops, 2 free nights at a luxury hotel anywhere in the world. Is that it? That's one of them?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I
Okay.
just kind of made it
Okay,
up
give
that
me
way.
another one.
Yep.
What else?
How to get any car rental last minute for $100 a week.
Last minute rental car for $100 a week. Okay.
Under 100 a week. We'll go with the under. Won't
Oh,
go over on this one.
yeah. Okay. What else?
Well, I actually did a general one.
Okay.
Six easy steps to a fabulous free vacation made easy.
A fabulous free vacation. Okay. Now again, that'd be something good to give away sort of as a general thing, but I think that the more specific that you are, like the how to, I mean, this, let's think of one that relates to sort of like you did these two, Tony. The one,
Hmm.
you can see my screen, right?
Right. Yes.
This how to get 2 free nights. So this one, obviously dealing with hotel,
Hmm.
and this one dealing with rental car. So let's think about one that we could do for airfare. So what is a similar one that's specific to airfare? What do you think we could help you with?
Well, I like the frequent flyer miles and points kind of rendition, so I haven't really thought of a snazzy title yet, Fred. So something around how to get a first class a seat for nothing or something along those lines, because that's what I pretty much do, as you know.
Okay, so how to get a class, first class seat for free.
Or something along those lines.
Uh,
I usually like to talk about that with business class, but that's fine.
okay. Um, Good. So then, and for those of you who don't know Tony, Tony is, we're working together on projects having to do with Travel Scrooge. And by the way, any change yet to the site? Probably not, right?
No, I haven't had a chance to look at that. I have a meeting with my local guy here about that on Monday, because
Okay.
yesterday was a holiday in Canada. We had Canada Day on July 1st.
Yeah. You guys are all trying to beat us to the punch there, huh? Trying to get us.
Uh, yeah, I
Uh,
don't know. I get the best of both worlds, so that's great.
okay, so here is Travel Scrooge, which is the site that Tony has, and this is the kind of thing that we're going to be doing. So now, when you meet with him, what exactly are you going to be asking him?
Well, I'm just trying to look at the design concepts to be different. So for me, it's what we discussed. What are the key category terms? How we're going to design this is not his job. He's just more of a web developer. So obviously with Kayla, your daughter, she did an awesome job on the logo. So we got to continue on the brand look.
Yep,
And so whatever the functionality we need, that's something that's yet to be determined.
got it. And do you think that in terms of the logo here, that that this size should it be the height from the about the same height as the banner?
Well, I was hoping to kind of maybe minimalize. That was just a graphic that just gave an impact to look at a Scrooge, and he's warm around a scarf and on a beach. He needs to loosen up. So,
Right.
but yeah, so I gave that kind of that playfulness. So to answer your question, I don't know exactly what the size is, but obviously you have to kind of, I'm a visual, so if I get someone to kind of look at the logo that Kayla's brought, and then we can put some wording around it, and then make it look like something that really is something I could put on a shopping bag where people who go to a seminar can take home with them, and it's really, it's not tacky looking.
Yeah, no, I buy that. I think it's good. And now, Tony, so what we've decided though that on the front and the home page here, that one of the things we're going to do is we're going to divide it up into the four major categories. So, it's hotel, it's airfare, airfare, it's rental cars.
How's your shoulder, by the way?
It's moving in the right direction.
Good, good.
Thanks. Had physical therapy yesterday. I have another one tomorrow, and I'm sitting here in a sling attempting to type.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of seeing that you're getting better with it, though.
Yeah, exactly. So hotel, airfare, rental car. What did we say? We said
Cruises.
cruises. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we went vacationing or vacation packages or something
Vac-
to do with the
yeah.
combination.
Vacation packages.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah. Good. So, I mean, I think that when I come to the main Travel Scrooge page, I want to sort of immediately be able to determine where I want to go. So when you're saying to someone, bah humbug to overpriced travel, I'm with you on that. Now the question becomes, okay, well, what aspect or what part of the travel are we really talking about in terms of, you know, um, finding people that? So I think I'd like to have it very clean. And what I think might be a good idea, um,
Hmm.
Tony, is to within each of the categories, or say, for example, with each one of these here, that we have an icon. Like the hotel
Mm.
is going to be the icon of sort of like, it'll look like a Monopoly piece, or whatever. Airfare, we're going to have like a plane. Rental car, we have a car. Cruises, we have a boat. Vacation packages, maybe we have, you know, like, and these aren't like, they're sort of illustrations, right?
Perfect.
And
Yeah.
and I think it might be kind of cool because my idea would be to have um, the icon and then right underneath it the words. So even though it looks like it's pretty obvious it's a hotel, underneath it we have the word hotel, and underneath the picture of the airfare, we have the picture of the airplane, we have airfare, and rental
Hmm.
car, picture of a car, an illustration of a car, the whole thing. But I think it would be kind of cool to see that going across, the banner here. So you'd have the picture of the plane would be here, and the other one would be here. It's just be five across or so, and I think that that's a
Perfect.
really good place to go.
I think that's great because the visual is so important with, I guess, what I'm targeting, which is baby boomers who do these things.
Yeah, I mean, good idea. So we'll do that, and I think then that our next real thing to do is because it all goes back to, like I've told you a bunch of times, is this whole idea of in order to make any kind of a site like this work, we need we need traffic. We need traffic, and if we get a lot of traffic, we don't have to sell anything. We can just sell advertising. But if we're
Hmm.
if we're trying to go after a smaller niche, or we can do both, by the way, which is you can get advertising and you can sell products. But in your case, this topic is broad enough that it is
Hmm.
very, very possible, that we could get a ton of traffic and also with the YouTube channel, which by the way, did we set that up, right?
Yeah, we set that up. I set that up prior, but I haven't set it up with a purpose just to actually acquire the name and get the thing going.
Right. And the name that we have for that is do we have Travel Scrooge or Travel Dragon or what do we have?
We have we have both.
Okay, good. So now the idea here is that Tony will then start putting up various kinds of. Well, first, you know what? I'd like to get a feel from some of the folks who are on the webinar right now. So those of you who are watching, listening in, however you're doing this, um, it's not really a random sample, but I'd be curious to know. Um, let me see what I want to ask you. Uh, I think I should ask people if if they were to say if you were trying to find out ways to save money on travel, folks, which one of these categories here would you feel the most important or the one you really want to know how to save money on it? Would it be the hotel, the airfare, the rental car, the cruises, or the vacation package? Put that in your question area now so I can just see what most people are thinking. So just write in the question box one of those hotel, airfare. So if you want to save money on travel, which one of these is most important to you? That's so everybody go ahead and put something into the question box. Airfare and package, Annie says. Anybody else? Crystal, she says package. What else? Anybody else want to contribute here? Just give me a feel for what works. I mean, my first thought is airfare, but I don't know what everybody else is thinking. By the way, in order to get this, Tony, have you ever put together something on, what's it called? Survey Monkey? Do you know what Survey
Yes, I
Monkey?
have.
Yeah. Okay. Survey Monkey,
Yes,
for
sir.
those of you who haven't tried that out before, Survey Monkey allows you to ask a very simple or conduct a very simple survey with up to, I don't know, 8 or 10 questions. You probably only want to have three or four. And you have people give you an answer in terms of one, two, three, four, and five, or some kind of a gliding, floating scale. And it allows you to get a good, quick glimpse of what people think is better, most important, etc. So this might be something. Now, by the way, Tony, you have the names of some of the people who have come to your site yet, but not many, correct? Tony?
Yeah, I haven't really focused on this part of the business. It's been,
Okay. But I
I'm
mean,
here.
so in other words,
Hello, sir.
yeah,
Yeah.
do you have the names and the email addresses of people who have come to the site?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So it might be a good thing just,
Not with this, sir. Not with this. Yeah.
oh, not with this. Okay. So
No, not
then,
with this. It's more the. Sorry, we have a little lag with our recording. It's been mostly face to face through seminars is what I've acquired the email addresses. Majority of my people that I've acquired email address. It's been non internet based.
Tony, are all of those, and I think you told me this, right? All of
Hmm.
those names from people who have attended the seminars, you do have them in one place, so you could send them like an email blast of some sort, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it might be interesting to use that group to do a few Survey Monkey questions.
I have done that already, Fred. I've also created my own. I designed a sheet that I would actually give to people in the seminars, and I've had maybe a couple hundred people do it for me.
Okay, cool. Well, we're on the right track then. So, trying to think if there's anything else. What else was on our list of things that we wanted to get done when you left?
Okay, brainstorm other ways to build the list using free or get paid ways to do this.
Got it. Got it. What else?
And also implementing a direct mail strategy using postcards and distributing them in strategic areas like in airports.
Yeah. Now, question for you, Tony. Do you have any live seminars relating to travel coming up anytime in the near future?
No, I've actually suspended them until further notice.
Meaning you're not happy with what's been happening?
Yeah, because I want to establish this site so then they can actually complement each other, and I can drive more people into my business without just kind of seeing them, and then I don't know what to do with them after.
Yeah, I understand that. And so you'll start up again doing some of the continuing ed classes or whatever after that's already set up, correct?
Yeah, I think that's a better strategy because I've used this as more of a test than anything, but it created itself and it really did well. But now I will, as you know, that's why you and I are partnering up doing this, and this is great.
Okay, good. So then what I want you to do is make sure and keep me posted on your progress on this because now, I mean, you've been back, what, a week or so now?
Unfortunately, it feels like it's been a week, but it's really I've just got settled in, a lot of things going on.
Okay. Well, one of the things we may want to do then is to, as soon as you're able,
Sure.
start, just chipping away a little bit at a time at some of these items.
Oh, definitely, it's a priority now. So starting tomorrow, because my wife took a few days off when I came here, so it's kind of cool.
Good. Okay. So then what we'll do is we can do that. So as of next week when we do the meetings, and again, last week we had a bunch of people on the webinar who are partners. Today we only had one, and so it makes it a little bit. It's a little bit more personal attention. So I think
Hmm.
now, why don't I just open it up to you? What do you need from me right now?
Well, I guess you've done a lot for me in our initial coaching sessions with this in mind of what we want to do together. I've got a lot on my plate where I can actually just now I'm in my own office. I can just dig up the materials when I need and just kind of take it from there. So am very clear in our next steps together. It's just it's up to me to get it done.
Okay, well, that sounds good. So, given the fact that I don't think we have any other JV partners on the line, we can have an abbreviated version of today's event. And Tony, why don't you just stay in touch with me and let me know if you need anything else? And I want to thank everybody else for being on the webinar. Again, this one's a little bit shorter since we don't have as many JV partners on. Tony, thanks a lot, man.
Great, thank you, Fred. We'll talk soon.
Talk to you.